Hello and welcome to FPL, mate, your best mate for fantasy family league content for the 2020-21 season. My name is Dan and I need to update the chat. Hang on. Hopefully we'll see some chat names here. That should fix it in 1 second. Hello guys, welcome to a deadline stream for Gameweek 36. I hope you're all doing very well today. I'm certainly doing pretty well myself. I'm pretty happy about the end of last game week. I don't know if many of you have been keeping tabs on my Twitter and how I've been getting on this game week, but we finished pretty strongly. We're finally, oh my god, we're finally in the top 100,000 players. I can't believe it's taken me till the end of game week 35 before I finally got into the top 100k. I mean, I wish I did it a bit sooner, but whatever. We got there eventually, and we got there with some very good transfers, some very interesting moves, and yeah, things have just clicked a little bit. We've been taking some risks. Some of them have been paying off, some of them not so much, but mostly we've been looking good. Let's see who's in the chat today. Let's say hello to some people. Sky's here, Sophie's here, Offcore is here, Uzi Automatic is here, Badry, Luke, Ethan, Goldpiece, Adam, Maisie, Timothy, Olivier. We're all here. Everyone's here. Welcome, guys. Welcome all, one and all. So yeah, we're gonna do a deadline stream as we always do every time this week. Let's have a quick look at my team first, though, because yeah, like I said, when I did my team selection video, usually I show my final scores there, but of course the games hadn't finished until last night. The games are coming thick and fast. It's a crazy end to the season, and the fun doesn't stop really, because it's just going to keep going on and on and on. The last day of the season is just over a week away. We've got 3 more game weeks to fit in like, what, 9 days? 3 whole game weeks in 9 days. Wow. Insane. Absolutely insane. But really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to seeing what happens. I just feel like it's the final time to be a bit spicy. So that's what I'm all about at the moment. Obviously, I used both my free transfers last game week. Instead of preparing for this coming game week, I thought, let's go all in. Let's bring in Digne. Let's bring in Calvert-Lewin. Wow, that paid off, right? That paid off. What a double game week that was for Digne and Calvert-Lewin. And now they've got Sheffield United. Madness. Absolute madness. So that's gone really well. Jota finally hit the back of the net. It's been a while. Rashford came through as the captain shout in the end. Still should have gone for Greenwood, but there we are. Greenwood got the points. At least I had Greenwood. Trent Alexander-Arnold smashing it in. Doesn't even need clean sheets to get himself some points in that second game against Manchester United. Shaw disappointing. Castagna disappointing. Like, I think we all expected a few more points from both Shaw and Castagna, but oh well. Que sera, sera. Mendy didn't even play the second game and managed to get 11 points. Insane. Absolutely insane. Kepa's a bit of a worry though, isn't he? So yeah, things went well for me. Yeah, as a few of you guys know, we are taking a -12 today. So let's just get that out of the way, because I'm not going to have any of you guys trying to change my mind. Maybe you will. No, you're not changing my mind, guys. We're going to take out, I mean, I've already done 2 of the transfers because I was worried about price changes. So Iheanacho's gone out for Woods and Dallas has come in for Castagna. So now what we've got to do next is, this is the big boy. This is the one I'm excited about, right? Rashford out, Mahrez in. I tweeted at Marcus Rashford last night and I said, if you score me a hat-trick, I will keep you in my team. He obviously didn't care. Fair enough. Probably got bigger things on his mind, like saving kids. A little bit more important. And then we're going to go... actually, let's lock this transfer in first. Take another -4. Who's going to stop me? We're on -8 so far. Boom, let's go. And then just have a look to see how everything is looking. Yeah, pretty nice, pretty spice. And then the final transfer to do is Mendy out and Edison in. Which is the one I'm a little bit more nervous about. But whatever. Whatever, Trevor. Let's go. And that, oh my god. Yes, I've taken a -12. But I earned my -12 on my scores last game week. Do you believe the Carson rumours? Yeah, right. I earned this -12 and I'm going to use it. I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to keep going. We're going to have some fun. People say, no, I can't believe you're going out without Son. Can't believe you're going out without Kane. Guys, you know, Bamford as well. You can't make gains if you're making the same transfers as everyone else. Son, Kane, yeah, they're okay. They're okay. But I think we could do better. And I'm not going to just try and cover players. We want to push on. We want to get ahead of the crowd. We want to not do something for the sake of being different, but actually go with players we really, really think will do well, rather than being scared, oh no, what if Kane scores a goal? Well, who cares? Chris Wood is going to absolutely bang. Chris Wood will outscore Kane. Well, I mean, maybe. Dan, I'm being deadly serious. Scott Carson rumoured to play. Surely not. Absolutely ridiculous. It's fine. I don't care. Well, to be fair, I also saw that Fraser Forster is rumoured to start, but I don't know. But it's fine. I'm not going to concern myself with that. I'm going all in with my -12. I've committed to this. I've committed to this early on in the week. I'm not welching on this now. We're going all in. So basically, we've got to hope that Mahrez bangs. But I think, you know, Mahrez, when he plays, he's going to outscore a player like Heung-min Son, right? For sure. Definitely. People say, why not Foden? Well, because, Mahrez is a better football player than Foden. Mahrez gets more points than Foden, typically. And Foden, it's a bit of a dodgy one, because he comes off the bench very regularly for 1-pointers. So I'm not interested in Foden, really. But Mahrez, I really do think it is likely that he's going to start. And yeah, we're just going for it. We're just going all in. Like, you know, no regrets. I'm so excited. There's nothing more exciting than taking a -12 and seeing how it pays off. I really think it could do. But no, the ones I'm excited about really are Mahrez and Wood. Those are the players I think are going to do really well. Why is everyone saying Carson starting? Surely Carson's like 45 years old, isn't he? Why would he start? Are you sure this isn't just a random rumour that started on FPL Twitter? If this came from someone like, well, some Twitter accounts, then I'll be a little bit, I don't know. I wouldn't be worrying about it too much. You know what? I'm not even going to entertain it. If it happens, it happens, but White Shadow says, Man City playing their weak team. But, you know, I mean, this is what people keep saying. People saying Man City is just going to play a weak team for the rest of the season. No, they're not. They've got the Champions League final. By the time the Champions League final comes around, if they just play a weak team every week, then some of their best players won't have started for like a month, 6 weeks. You can't like rest a player for a month, 6 weeks, and then suddenly it's sort of just expect them to perform in the Champions League final, the biggest football game of club football. You know, I'm not having that. I'm not having that at all. Okay, there's a unit football. Shall we have a look at this link? If it'll let me click it. Is this serious? Are we serious? I mean, I don't care anyway. I'm not going to get worried about it or anything like that. There's no point. Surely not. Right, I'm doing a Google. Scott Carson, what's... Well. Yeah, a lot of people are saying it. But... Oh, I don't know. No, I don't know. It depends where it comes from. Yeah, people keep saying Scott Carson starting. Scott Carson saying, I get it. Message received. We're not going to talk about Scott Carson for the whole stream, are we? I'll believe it when I see it. We might see it. I could stay on for the extra half an hour. We can have a look live and see what actually happens. But you know what? Shall I just hide Edison from my team so people stop? There we go. If I just do that, people stop saying in the chat that Scott Carson's starting. Oh dear. There we go. Sorted. Now we don't have to talk about it anymore. Right, I've got super chat, but I don't know where it's gone. I'm lagging quite badly. It's because I opened up Twitter and started scrolling through that on this terrible, terrible computer. We need to shut this down. Let's close that and try and find this super chat. Thank you very much for the super chat. I will find it in a second. I'm just lagging a lot. You know what might help if I did that? Right. Axel says, Dan, I'm reaching out for help. What is your recommendation? I have 7 blanking players. Blimey. Also need to change 12 points behind first place in my mini league. Should I take -8 or 12 for differentials like you? It's kind of up to you, to be honest. I would say if you are going to take these minus points, then make sure it's not just for this game week. You know, make sure that it's players that you actually think that this player is going to outscore the player that you're taking out by well over 4 points. You know, for example, I've taken out Iheanacho and brought in Chris Wood. I really truly believe that over the 3-game period, Iheanacho is only playing 2 games, of course. I really think that Chris Wood is going to outscore him by a lot more than 4 points. So therefore, the -4 points for me is always worth it. It's always worth it if the player outscores the other player by 4 or more points. So in that case, you can go for it. You can absolutely go for it, and do that on individual players throughout your team. There's no point in overcomplicating it. Just take out a player, replace him with a player you truly believe that you're very, very confident that this player is going to outscore the player you're taking out by more than 4 points. If you're doing that, and it's much easier to do that when you know you've got a player blanking, if you can do that, then absolutely take the -4. The problem is when people start taking -4s for players who are actually starting. You know, I've seen people take out like Harry Kane this game week and replace him with Dominic Calvert-Lewin for a -4. Now, fair enough, that could possibly work out. There's a very possibility that will work out. But would any of us be confident that that's going to work out for Calvert-Lewin to outscore Harry Kane by more than 4 points over the next couple of game weeks? I don't know. And if that's not going to happen, then maybe don't take the -4. So that kind of advice applies to everyone. Just take it player by player. Is the new player going to outscore the player by more than 4 points between now and the end of the season? If so, do the -4. And it doesn't really need to be any more complicated than that. We can talk all day. Should I take a -4 for this player? Should I take a -4 for that player? Just think about it. Think about yourself. Are you very confident in the player you're bringing in? Are you very unconfident about the player you're taking out? That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. And you're sorted. Why not Captain Mahrez? Just because I'm not 100% sure he's going to start. You know, I can be confident that he's going to start, but there's every chance that Mahrez he doesn't actually start, and you know, and then I've got a bit of a problem potentially. I would say I'm like 60, 70, 80%, probably 8% confident that he starts. But I need more like 90. I need like 95, 100%. I need a lot of confidence. And to be honest, I've got so many differentials now. You know, Wood's a differential, Vidra's a differential, Mahrez is a differential. That is where the difference is going to be. So I may as well go with the crowd in terms of the captain, which is Salah. And you know, Salah is going to be a very popular captain for a very good reason. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm just going to go with Salah. But, you know, if you really do fancy a really risky one, then go for Mahrez. Why not? Why not? Someone's in the chat saying they took a -20 this week. Wow. Fair enough. Tim Erickson says Son to Bale for a punt. I don't think so. That just seems like the most sideways move you could ever possibly make. Emiliano's got an urgent message apparently. Is it worth to take out another -4 to do short to Dallas? Already did Iheanacho, Bamford and Mendy to Messier for a -4. It depends. Do you have 11 starting players? If you already have 11 players, then maybe don't even bother. To be honest, if you've got 11 players now, then don't take the extra -4. To be honest, Shaw, you're probably going to want for the last 2 games anyway. This is why I was never going to transfer out Shaw, because he's a player that I quite like to have. I really like to have, to be honest. So, yeah. I don't know. Badger says Jota ain't starting. Yeah, possibly not. But if he doesn't start, that's fine. He'll come off the bench and score a couple of goals. His record off the bench is amazing. He's scored almost as many points off the bench than he has when he's starting. It's not something that you need to worry about. And the fact is that Jota does often come off the bench and he does score points. You know, if he regularly stayed on the bench, then, you know, fair enough. But nah, I'm not worried about this. And maybe Jota starts anyway. He just got a goal. Maybe keep that confidence going a bit. There's every chance that Liverpool line up with all of their attackers against West Brom as well. But that's not something worth worrying about. Things like that. There's certain things in FPL that's just not worth worrying about. And Jota potentially being benched is definitely not something you should watch. In a blank game week where most people are struggling to play 11 players anyway, well, you know, Jota off the bench is actually going to be a really nice player to have, you know? Thoughts on Captain Trent Alexander-Arnold? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I still prefer an attacker. Personally. Maisie Joyce says already have taken a -12. We've taken -16 to replace a goalkeeper. I have Mendy and Forster. Maybe if you can find a goalkeeper that you really think is going to outscore. But again, back to the -4 points. Do you think you can bring in a goalkeeper who's going to outscore both Mendy and Forster by more than 4 points between now and the end of the season? If you can identify that goalkeeper, then take the extra -4. Really, yeah, it's simple as that. Really is as simple as that. Bounce back ability says, Dan, did you do a -12 because you secretly want to wear that Spurs shirt last video of the season? No, I take the -12 because I'm going ham. I'm going ham all in at the end of the season and want to see what I can do. This season's like a write-off. I'm not going to get anywhere near a finish that I want to get, so I may as well try and do something and actually, you know, try and go aggressive and just try something. A lot of my aggressive moves have paid off, you know, over the last couple of months. It's been going pretty well generally, so, you know, let's just keep it going. And it was a planned -12 as well. It's not like I woke up on, you know, like this morning and thought, oh my god, I've not got enough players, I have to take a -12. Now this was planned. This was planned like going back over a week. As soon as the Manchester United versus Liverpool game was moved, or even when it was cancelled, my plan kind of went out the window a little bit. I always knew that I'd have to take at least a -4 this game week. But the plan went out the window, so we just went in. We just went in hard. Chris Freddy says, "Sup, Dan? Nice to see you again. Nice to see you too, Chris. And I have to leave again. Oh no! You going for this team or changes at the very end? No, this will be the team. This will be the team. Thank you very much for the super chat, man." Badger says, "Is Forster starting? Probably not. Very, very unlikely. I would be surprised if he does, but you know it could happen. Stranger things have happened." Luke V says, Kane hasn't played for a week. Do you think this will mean he's more likely to bang after the Golden Boot 2? Oh, not particularly, no. I don't think Kane having a week's rest makes him particularly more appealing than a Salah or anything like that. I'm not... I mean, Kane could do well. To be honest, Kane's not been so good since Bale's come into the team. Because there's, you know, to be fair, Kane's not looked amazing for a couple of weeks now. He's still amazing, obviously, but not the Kane that we were seeing at the beginning of the season. You know. Of course, says you have learned, Dan, you have learned a lot of useful tools for next season, like -12 being calculated. Yeah, you got to keep learning. Never stop learning. Calvert-Lewin or Wood? I don't know. Calvert-Lewin's probably going to outscore Wood this game week. You would say, wouldn't you? But after that, who knows? Aniket Sen says, Dan, please help DCL or Bamford or Antonio. Yeah, this is an interesting one. I probably would want DCL for the next 2 game weeks with the option to bring him out again in game week 38. I mean, I'm probably going to take him out in game week 38, probably. Bamford, I just think he's not been in great form. Leeds don't have a lot to play for. There is the potential that Bamford actually gets rested. I know Leeds have got a couple of young strikers that they might want to give a bit of game time to now that they've got, not really much to play for now. Maybe Leeds fans will know a little bit more than that about that topic than I will, but as far as I'm aware, there's a couple of young guys who are ready for a bit of playing time, which could mean that Bamford is rested. Antonio is a good shout, Wood is a good shout, and they're both also nice differentials as well. So, try it out. HB says, my reg used to be in the million. This year I've taken in the way you think and how you approach the game week, and now I'm in the top 40k thanks to you and a little bit of luck. Well, congratulations, HB, and thank you very much for the super chat, but you've got to take some credit yourself. It's all learning, isn't it? You take on information, you learn from your own mistakes, you learn from my mistakes as well, I'm sure. We've had a few mistakes this season, haven't we? Playing boringly at the beginning of the season, but no more. I vow, guys, to never play boring FPL ever again. At the very least, this is going to be an entertainment station. And we're gonna make some fun moves. Of course, there's Aguero going to be your differential to finish off the season, especially the last game. I thought about doing Calvert-Lewin to Aguero for the last game. To be honest, though, Everton are not a bad defence currently. They flip and flap about a lot, to be honest. But, yeah. Emiliano says, come on, Bamford will start surely. Yeah, he'll start. Yeah, he'll start this game. He'll probably start next game. But I wouldn't be surprised if he gets left out for the final game of the season. But also, I think I think I could have brought in Bamford. It probably would have been a sensible move for this game week. I think Bamford will probably outscore Wood this game week. But I don't know. It's not very interesting. It's such a standard move that so many people will be making, and so many people already have Bamford, that if you really just want to push yourself and see if you can just get a little bit better rank, and you don't really care if you drop down a bit, then why not go for a differential? And Chris Wood is just like the most underappreciated player in the entirety of FPL right now. Like, I won't be able to show you his underlying stats here, but I can show you this. I can show you his scores. And by the way, his underlying stats, in terms of how many shots he's taken, how many shots in the box, how many big chances, his expected goals, they top the leaderboard. He's higher than anyone. Maybe Iheanacho's scored a couple, taken a couple more shots. But in terms of, hang on, let's make this a little bit bigger. Like, look at this. Last few game weeks, points. Since basically game week 27, 9, 8, 10, 5, 2, 26, 6. In the last 8 games, he's only blanked once, and that was against Manchester United. There. Every other game, he's got a goal contribution. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 goals in 8 game weeks. Wait, is that right? Or is it in... Yeah, that's right. 8 goals in 8 game weeks and 3 assists. 8 goals, 3 assists in his last 8 game weeks. He's on penalties. He's taking loads of shots. He's taking loads of shots in the box. I don't know what he's been eating recently, but the guy is on flames, and people are kind of... And I get why people aren't going for Wood. It's a very simple reason why people aren't going for Wood. I'm not gonna fall into this same trap personally. Well, what I perceive to be a trap. The idea that Chris Wood is... Well, he plays for Burnley. Burnley don't score many goals. So, Burnley have got a reputation of being a defensive team. Don't score very many goals. They're not very attacking. So why would you go for a Burnley attacker? And that ideology is so ingrained in people's head that people are completely blind to the fact that Chris Wood is topping the charts on XG per game, on big chances, on shots in the box, like touches in the box. He's on penalties. He is, he's outscoring Iheanacho recently. He's literally doing better than Iheanacho because they've both got 5 goals and 2 assists in the last 5 game weeks. But Iheanacho has played an extra game, which is quite literally in better form than him. But people say, oh no, he's Burnley. It's Burnley, so, Burnley are bad, right? So Wood can't be good. Wood can't, those goals that Wood scored can't be real. They can't be real because Burnley are bad. Whatever. I'm not gonna be prejudiced. I'm not gonna be prejudiced against Burnley, and doubt them because they're Burnley. That's bringing in biases to your game, and that is. I'm happy for everyone else to bring bias into their game because they'll miss out. But we've been speaking about Wood for ages on this channel, and he keeps performing, and he doesn't seem to be slowing down. Sky says we're getting a Chris Wood emote. I tell you what. If he does the business against Leeds, we are getting a Chris Wood emote because I'm going to make sure that he gets the appreciation that he deserves, at least in this little community. People sleep on Chris Wood. Not happening. We're not going to sleep. See, Habel says Wood's luck has run out. How can you say it's luck when he is taking... He is having more big chances. He's taking more shots in the box than anyone else. Him scoring is not luck. Him scoring is like he's only slightly outperforming his XG because he's getting so many chances. He's shooting so much. You shoot loads. You shoot loads in the box. You take your big chances. That's not luck. If he took a couple of shots from miles outside the box and they happened to go in, then okay, yeah, fair enough. Then that's luck. I can understand why you would say that's luck. But consistency, it's just been, people will doubt it. People will doubt it, but that's fine by me. Burnley have been scoring goals. Chris Wood's been scoring goals. And I think that Leeds will concede a couple of goals here. I really do. And I know what that sounds weird because I bought in Dallas. But Dallas, I also think it will Burnley will concede goals. They'll score goals, but they'll also concede goals. Sky says Captain Wood. Do I have to take it that far? Don't know. But guys, you keep doubting Wood. The same people are doubting Mahrez. You're doubting Wood. You're doubting Mahrez. That's fine by me because if this comes off, we're gonna be partying. We're going to have a party, guys. If Mahrez and Wood pop off, and I really think they will, it's going to be... we're going to have a fun time. We're going to have a fun time. I'll look forward to a stream. In fact, because of the tight deadline turnarounds, I might even have to stream my team selection rather than do it normally. Don't know. We'll see how much time we have. Because obviously, yeah, it's a tight schedule between now and Game Week 37. And then loads of time until, well, not loads of time, but a decent amount of time until Game Week 38. Just because it's the Game Week at 38 starts on a Sunday. So we'll get our buy, sell, keeps, avoid, our team selection video, and maybe even extra one for Game Week 38. Guys, if you have any ideas, by the way, if you want me to do a special video or anything for Game Week 38, then I'll be more than happy to listen to some ideas. I've got a couple of ideas, but maybe you guys have got some better ones. Luke V says you might as well captain Mahrez. Yeah, maybe. Give Wood the vice captain. Oh, that's tempting, isn't it? Liam says find a good sofa to hide behind during the Spurs game. What, that 1-1, 2 own goals? Not worried. Not too worried. That's fine. Wait, you think it's going to be a goal fest? I don't know. I've survived this long without Bruno Fernandes and Kane. I can survive a bit longer. So it's fine. You gotta be different. If you want to win, you got to try and be a little bit different. Well, not if you want to win. If you're already doing really well, then completely understand, guys. Go for the obvious choices. Son, your Bamford, your Kane, your whoever. Go for the obvious choices. But if you're just going all in, you want to go ham. You just want to see how well you can do. See if you can pick out some interesting differentials, and you're confident about them, which I am. That's kind of the thing. If you are happy with your rank right now, if you're winning your mini leagues, go for Son. If you're not happy, if you want to chase a mini league lead or something like that, go for Mahrez. I don't think it needs to be any more complicated than that. And I think that's the thing. You just simplify every decision you make. Monkey D. Benson, if you're really putting your money where your mouth is, you'll captain one of your transfers in. Well, no. I mean, I kind of understand that. I see what you're saying, but these players that I've brought in are differential, and there is such thing as being too differential, and I do need to have a little bit of cover, and that will be with, well, Salah basically. No, but Salah I feel like is the best captain option. Deep Kundu says, how about Antonio? Antonio, another good shout. Yeah, I agree. I do agree that Antonio is a good shout. A lot of people are saying, okay, Antonio will be good to go for because Dunk and Veltman are going to be out of the Brighton team. I think that will make a difference. I think that will make Brighton worse. But I think if you are suddenly expecting Brighton to go from one of the best defences to one of the worst defences because of, well, remember, Brighton a system team, and it's, you know, when you have a defensive system, a player gets injured, you're typically okay. And Brighton have had defensive injuries as well. I don't think that Brighton is suddenly going to become one of the worst defences in the league. And that's the only thing I would say. It could be a good opportunity for Antonio. It really could. But personally, for this game week, and also for game week 38, where Wood plays Sheffield United, I do prefer Wood. Antonio, more difficult to judge his form, but when he plays, you know, he comes back from injury and he just bangs. Is he going to be able to, is he fit enough to play 3 games in 3 game weeks, 3 games in, well, what is it, 9 days? I don't know. I am not 100% sure. Maybe. But yeah, Antonio is definitely a good shout as well. And I was kind of flip-flopping between Wood and Antonio pretty much all week until I settled on Wood on maybe yesterday or the day before. But yeah, I did settle on Wood in the end. And I'm pretty happy about that. Naf Poolraj says Zaha out for Mahrez. Worried about rotation as usual. Well, no, I don't think so. Zaha has a fixture. I'm imagining, Naf, you've probably got a player in your team. I'm imagining you probably don't have a full starting 11. Or if you do have a full starting 11, you'll probably already use your transfer or you've already taken a -4 or something like that. If that's the case, then I would just stick with what you've got. Now you could go Zaha out for Mahrez, but when we're starting talking about swapping a player who actually plays this game week for Mahrez, it does build the risk a little bit more. So it is up to you. And I do back Mahrez, obviously. But I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if I do Zaha for Mahrez, because Zaha he's more than capable of scoring in this game as well. Who have they got? They got Aston Villa, haven't they? I think Zaha's more than capable of scoring against Aston Villa. I wouldn't be too worried about that. I know Zaha is a player you run out of patience with very quickly. He's a frustrating player to own in FPL, and that's why I never brought him in for the double game week, and I never really considered him. He was so in my buy sell keep avoid video ahead of the double game week last week. So not this one I've just done, but the one before. I was so close to putting Zaha in as an avoid, but then I decided not to in the end because I thought, this is another really controversial one that actually could go wrong, because my issue with Zaha isn't that he never scores points, is that he's a bit unpredictable. And unpredictable players sometimes score points, in which case I would look very, very foolish. But he's certainly never in my mind for transfers. Of course, says, I think West Ham are shook. I think they may struggle with the pressure of getting Lord Lingard into Europe. Hope they do. Yeah, I mean, I am absolutely backing West Ham. I do kind of get what you mean, though. There's a lot of pressure. They've kind of shown some fragilities recently. Let's see what they do. Sahil says, hey Dan, if you could pick any goalkeeper for this game week. For this game week alone, I would pick Pickford. That would be my #1 goalkeeper pick. If I was on a free hit, for example, I would go for Pickford on my free hit. So think about that. Eze to Rafinha or Mahrez for Fernandes. Probably Mahrez for Fernandes, to be fair, because then you're getting an extra playing player there. Eze plays against Aston Villa. You know, it's not a bad fixture. I really don't think Crystal Palace's game against Aston Villa is particularly bad. Kian said, how confident are you in Salah captain? I'm pretty confident about that one, to be fair. I think if there's any captain we can be confident about this game week, it's probably Salah. The other players you would be, I guess, typically confident in would be, you know, DCL, because he's got a really good fixture and he's, you know, class and Everton's only real attacking outlet, really. And you kind of got, I don't know, I guess Harry Kane, just because the player he is, you would be confident. I'm not worried about Harry Kane or anything like that, but he's a player you would be confident captaining, and I think a lot of people will captain Harry Kane as well. So if it doesn't go well, a lot of people will kind of fail with you, which means that you don't really lose out that much. But Salah seems to be the one for me. Olivier says, brought in Mahrez and captained him. I'm just worried about captaining for the first game of the week. Yeah, that is one of the biggest things that put me off, because I knew that if we get, we'll find out in an hour's time if Mahrez is starting. If Mahrez isn't starting, first game of the game week, and my captain comes off the bench for a 1-pointer or something like that. Can you imagine how you would get through the rest of the game week knowing something like that? And it's not like Salah, Salah, if Salah starts and Mahrez starts, yeah, fair enough. You might say, Mahrez might outscore Salah, but not by much. You would say that Mahrez, a starting Mahrez and a starting Salah, probably got around the same ceilings anyway. They're probably, a good game for Mahrez and a good game for Salah is about the same anyway. In which case, you may as well just go for Salah. You don't get extra points for going for a differential. The only way you gain by going for a differential is if the non-differential ones fail and the differential ones succeed. That's the only way you get points. Say Mahrez gets 10 points and Salah gets 10 points. It doesn't matter who I captained. I get the same amount of points either way. So I may as well go for Salah, who I'm a little bit more confident in, who's more likely to start. And to be fair, I do think Salah's going to outscore Mahrez anyway. And usually I'm a big fan of picking the player who I think is going to score the most points. And certainly over the second half of the season, I've just gone, who's going to score the most points? This game week, I believe that to be Salah, so I've captained him. And again, doesn't need to be any more complicated than that. Make every decision in FPL as simple as possible. Doesn't need to be too complicated. The order of games shouldn't matter, but it does. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, it does matter, because it matters about your mental health. You don't want to play FPL and you're getting stressed and depressed about things. And if you want to play the game completely logically, devoid of all emotion, then fair enough. And if you're capable of doing that, fair enough. But if you're going to be miserable, if you've captained in the first game and it doesn't work out, if that's going to make you miserable, then who cares? And you know what else? If you have Mahrez and he scores 20 points, on the one hand, you can say, I wish I captained Mahrez, that would be amazing. But on the other hand, 95% of players don't have Mahrez. You do. You've just gained 20 points on 95% of players. That's, if you don't captain him and he does well, you are still massively gaining. So there's not really too much to worry about. Ethan Fernandez says, Oi, Dan, reply to me, please. Okay, here's your reply. I don't know what you're... Hello? How are you doing, Ethan? Hope you're all well. Okay, Max Reese says, best midfielders in for a free hit. I would be going for Mahrez. I'd be going for Foden. I'd be going for Salah. I'd be going for Mane, probably, as well. And then I'd pick one more, maybe. I don't know. That would be my ideal midfield for this game week, I think, though. Mahrez, Foden, Salah, Mane. That's something I'd be pretty big on. But, Foden for a long term, I would not be so keen on. Pranay says, Dan, pick this one. If I have 11 players for this game week, should I go Zaha for Mahrez for a hit? Probably not, but if you really want to, then go for it. I probably would not do that personally if I had 11 players already. The fact that you've got 11 players without having to take a hit is essentially already your differential, because a lot of people will be taking hits. I would be surprised if the average hit for this game week is less than 4. I think the average player will take at least 4-point hit, particularly around the top couple 100,000 players. So in a sense, not taking a hit and having 11 playing players is your differential. And people who continue asking me, should I bring in Mahrez for Zaha or Lingard or Jota or whoever else? If you've got 11 players playing already, then I don't think you really need to be thinking about taking hits. If you really want to, go for it. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you to do it, because it's typically not. It's not something that's guaranteed to work out. It really isn't. I would hate to promise you that it would. Players like Lingard, players like Jota, players like Zaha, these are the players you want to take out for Mahrez. Do you think Mahrez is going to definitely outscore those players by 4 points? I don't think so. Zaha can easily score against Aston Villa. Jota he doesn't even have to start. He can come off the bench and score twice against West Brom easily. Lingard, he can easily score against Brighton. It's very, very possible. So, no. It is the answer. Unless you really want to, in which case, go for it, right? God, is people still talking about Carson in the chat? I'm hiding Edison for a reason, so I don't get this. Of course, says Dan, can we see who has a wild card still? Would be interested to see and even ask why. I know a few people do have a wild card still, but it is quite wacky. I think if you're using a wild card this game week, I kind of understand it. There's a pretty nice fixture swing. But at the same time, if you want to make the most of your wild card, you've got to use it, in my opinion, you've got to use it a little bit earlier, because then you have the full benefit of the wild card. I mean, you can use your wild card this game week and then have 3 amazing game weeks in a row. And if you're using your wild card, you probably will have 3 amazing game weeks in a row. But if you look back at the previous game weeks, how well did you fare then? If you just missed out on 6 really good game weeks for the sake of having 3 really good game weeks because you played your wildcard late, if you played your wildcard in game week 31, for example, you may have gained a lot more points in that period of time. I don't know if I've explained that very well, but my point is, if you play your wildcard a little bit earlier than now, you get to enjoy the benefits of your new wildcard team for a little bit longer, and often you will make more gains by doing something like that. But there you go. A couple of people asking for alternatives to Edison for a goalkeeper if you want to make a goalkeeper transfer. Meslier and Fabianski are the other players I looked at. So maybe go for Meslier or Fabianski. So there you go. Bruno and Jota out for Salah and Foden. Again, do we really want to be removing Jota? Not sure. Not sure about that. Garcia starting apparently. That'll be interesting. Maybe not such a clean sheet for, well, maybe an opportunity for Newcastle to get a couple of goals. If but judging by the sounds of how this Man City team is going to be lining up. Oh well. We'll find out soon enough, won't we? I don't know why I need to keep looking. I need to get off my phone and stop trying to look at news and stuff this late. We're already invested. Shub says Ben Godfrey or Nathaniel Phillips till the end of the season. Nathaniel Phillips should outscore Godfrey for, between now and the end of the season, I would say. People, people are saying all kinds of things like who's going to start. Nothing's true until the team sheets don't come out for 45 minutes. You can't say things with any confidence that who is definitely going to start, who's definitely not going to start. Like, journalists get it wrong. By the way, FPL Rockstar, who does the team news, who gets it right every single game week, he got it wrong last game week. Rumours come out. Rumours spread like crazy. Things change. Don't say with any confidence that things are definitely going to happen. You can say, oh, okay, maybe sometimes. Sometimes I do. Ethan Fernandez, since you won't shut up. I'll reply to your message. Zaha out for Rafinha, Cody out for Trent Alexander-Arnold, Holding out for Dallas for a -8. No, why? No, I don't see why people are taking out Zaha. Holding out and Cody out. Well, Cody, he's starting as well. I don't know. No, I don't really like that line of thought, if I'm honest, Ethan. I think you're barking up the wrong tree. You're taking out 2 players who are actually playing and taking a -8. I understand people are taking -4s and -8s and stuff like that, but if they're doing that because they don't have a full starting 11. So, yeah. Harrison or Rafinha? Definitely Rafinha, I would say. Timothy says, Dan, I've got 11 players this week, but my goalkeeper is Sanchez versus West Ham. Shall I use my 1 free transfer to switch keeper, or just roll the extra transfer? I'd roll the extra transfer. Yeah, just roll it. You're in a good position if you have 2 transfers next. Yeah. Alright, so you see Phil was coming with another starting lineup. I'm not believing any of you. I'm not believing anyone on any lineups until I see it in shining lights on the Twitter page of Manchester City. Speed round soon, yeah. Yes, we will do that. We'll do that in a minute. Well, I say a minute, I mean like 4 minutes or something. Yes, but yeah, there could be massive rotation for City. Well, it remains to be seen. It's exciting though, isn't it? It makes things interesting at least. Martinez or Edison to start? Well, we don't know, do we? No, I will go for probably Martinez this game week. He's got a good fixture against Crystal Palace. It's the last good fixture of the season, really, for Crystal Palace. Kidu says Saka out for Rafinha. Yeah, I quite like that. I quite like that transfer. Go for it, and thank you for the super chat as well. Thanks, about 10 minutes until deadline. Yeah. Yeah, well, 12 minutes. Come on. Oh my god. Right, can we stop talking about Scott Carson and Garcia and whoever else? Unless you guys, well, I mean, okay, well, right. We'll make the announcements. As we've spoken about, let's just put this to bed. Guys, if you haven't heard the news already, there are rumours that Edison's not starting, that Garcia's not starting, which means one of John Stones or Ruben Dias, might not be starting. Some people are saying Mahrez is starting. That's a rumour as well, that Mahrez is starting. There's also a rumour that Mahrez is starting. That someone else put in the chat as well, I think that Edison was starting. I don't know if both Carson and Edison maybe both starting as maybe a kind of a goalkeeper pairing in goal might work. So there's lots flying about. The Athletic think they apparently have the entire lineup by the looks of things. For the first time ever, by the way, whenever do the Athletic have the lineup? You know, several hours before deadline. So I don't know. I mean, yeah. If I received this news now, I would probably say, okay, well, maybe don't bring in Mahrez. Maybe don't. Well, I'd say, but maybe don't bring any City players in. To be honest, but it's kind of whatever. We'll see. We'll see how accurate it is. It might be, but let's not. Yeah, I don't want to worry people and say it's for definite. But at the same time, yeah, take it into consideration, guys, and let's move on and talk about someone else. Or we could just talk about that if that's what you guys want to talk about. I quite like the idea of an Edison Carson goalkeeper pairing. Personally, I don't know. Would that work? mean, it's against regulations, obviously, but, well, actually, technically, if one of them played as an outfield player, like Edison could play as an outfield player, right, and just, like, stand on the line with Scott Carson and kind of, obviously he couldn't use his hands, but he kind of used his head, he used his body, he used his feet, he just tries to get in the way, him and Carson in the goal. Edison with his hands tied behind his back so he didn't break any rules. That could be interesting, yeah. A nice goalkeeper pairing. By the way, guys, The Athletic, I know they do predicted lineups. Are you sure that's not something that is kind of started with a predictive lineup? Because this has happened before with a lot of news sources that they have a predicted lineup, and then someone on FPL Twitter will misinterpret it, spread it all about, and it will just spread like wildfire until it's assumed to be fact. Like bounce back ability says Trent injured. When did that happen? It seems like rumours just seem to be flying about like crazy. And honestly, I would not be surprised if a lot of people were feeding false rumours at the moment. I mean, obviously, if you find a good source, then I completely understand it. I completely understand. If it's a source you recognise, and I guess if the Athletic are saying they have the lineup, then I would trust that source. But I would not be surprised if there was a little bit of foul play, especially in FPL Twitter at the moment, where people are trying to spread false information to try and get ahead of some other people. You know, it does happen. I've seen it happen before. These people will usually get lambasted out of the community very quickly. But some people are horrible and will try and spread false information. Like Trent injured. Someone said earlier that Trent has got an ACL injury. I feel like that would have hit major news sources if that had happened, right? If you know if an FPL account knows that Trent Alexander-Arnold's got a ACL injury, then the newspapers would definitely know, and it would be out. Of course, said I believe Martinez injured as he collided with Mings last night. Yeah, I would believe Martinez might be injured or Mings might be injured because we saw that. I think they're both going to be fine, to be honest. I mean, Mings was moving a bit gingerly, but Martinez looked okay. Paul Corbali says Edison going for the Golden Glove. You see, that is the positivity I like to see. Edison is starting. Siobhan Kimball says Sam Lee from Athletic has said that. Yes, yes, I know. We know. Right, Miko Awol says, Dan, time to wrap, and I know exactly what he means by it's time to wrap because it's time to do some quick-fire questions. So, guys, put your Jeremy Baker, Jose Mourinho, FPL tactics. Absolutely. Although it's kind of a bit more, well, it's a bit like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's put some bad stuff out there as well, Anyway, guys, quick fire questions. Keep your questions as short as possible. If you are putting in a long question, if it's more than like 3 or 4 words, I'm not going to answer it, unfortunately, because we're doing quick fire. We're going to answer as many questions as possible. I'm going to get up on my phone, put those questions in the chat now. Let's go. Someone please count if you can, and let's see if we can get to 100 questions. I don't think we will, but, you know, let's give it a go. Starting from now. So, Meslier or Martinez? I would probably go for Martinez this game week. Who to start? DCL, Rafinha so far, or Digne? That's a little bit too long for my liking, but I will go for DCL, Rafinha, and Digne and drop so far if you have to drop one of them. Would you do a -12 for a bench boost? Probably not. Calvert-Lewin or Salah captain? I would go for Salah personally. Dallas or Digne? I would go for Digne. Bench Konsa or strike? I would play strike. Play Konsa. Sorry. Would you recommend Mahrez? Yes, I would. That's why it's in my team. Robertson? No, I don't think so. Kyle Walker or Ruben Diaz? Neither. Antonio or Bamford? I prefer Antonio. Bamford or Antonio? I prefer Antonio. Favorite ice cream? I guess like vanilla or something boring. Meslier or Fabianski? I'd probably go for Fabianski this game week. Coleman starts? Not sure. Maybe. Guys, Antonio or Bamford again. Antonio. Martinez or Forster? I would go for Martinez. Meslier or Pickford? Pickford this game week. Antonio or Dallas? I would go for Antonio, back the attacker. When to bring in Aguero? Whenever you like. It's kind of a risky at any point. Pickford for Mendy for a -8. Yeah, maybe. Mahrez, Rafinha or Sigurdsson? I prefer Mahrez. Captain Bamford, Jota or Antonio? I would captain none of those guys, to be honest. Yeah, sorry. Bamford or Antonio? Again, Antonio. For captain, Bamford or Kane? I'll captain Kane. Son or Bale? I prefer probably Bale for a bit of a cheeky one. Antonio or Richarlison? Go for Antonio. Like or dislike the stream. Definitely like the stream. Antonio or Watkins this game week. For this game week, play Antonio. Bale or Death? I guess Bale. Watkins or Jota? I would go for Jota. Digne or Dallas? I'll go for Digne. Coleman or Digne? I would go for Digne. DCL or Salah captain? I would go for Salah captain. Captain DCL? Yeah, he's an option. Edison or Carson? Well, Carson by the sounds of things. Dallas or Trent Alexander-Arnold captain? Should go for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Dallas or Godfrey? I would go for Dallas. Should I triple captain DCL? Maybe if you're feeling really risky. Captain DCL, Kane or Son? I would go for DCL, probably, to be fair. Fabianski or Pickford? Probably Pickford this game week. Digne off for Mitchell for a -4. Yes, I'll probably do that, to be fair. Rafinha off or Foden for a punt. Maybe go for Rafinha, a little bit safer. Maguire captain? Absolutely not. Captain Mahrez, yeah, if you're feeling really risky, then fair enough, go for it. Mahrez or Antonio? I would go for Mahrez. Bamford, Jota or Antonio captain? I don't know. Go for Jota captain. Why not? Bernardo Silva? No, definitely not. Captain Kane or Salah? Go for Salah. Mahrez to start? I think he's going to start, but you know, I don't know what the Athletic is saying about that. Whether taking a -8 to catch up in mini leagues depends. If you have no starting, if you don't have a full starting 11, then take some minuses. If you do have a starting 11, then don't do it. Son, Lingard, Bamford or Antonio? One transfer. Oh, it's too long. Messi or Martinez? Go for Martinez. Salah or DCL or Mahrez captain? Go for Salah. So far or Bamford? Go for Bamford. Back to the attacker. Rafinha or Lingard? Go for Rafinha. Lingard or Rafinha? Or go for Rafinha. Triple captain. Salah, Kane or Son? Go for Salah. Again, Dallas for sure. Yeah, go for it. Trent Alexander-Arnold for Jota captain. Take your pick. Roll a dice. Best differential captain probably going to be Mahrez this game week, but I think Calvert-Lewin could be differential as well, if I'm completely honest. A triple captain DCL. Yeah, go for it. Why not? It sounds fun. Lingard to Rafinha for a -4. No, I would not be doing that at all. And we've run out of questions. Oh, who to captain if mini league rival doesn't have Salah or DCL? Captain Salah. You need to speed up your responses down too slow. Yeah, but there's not enough questions. Is Sky still here? I don't know if he is. Captain Kane or Son? Go for Kane. Holgate or Coleman? Go for neither of those, to be honest. Go for someone else. Sofal or Stones? Go for Sofal. Wood for a -12. Depends on the rest of your team. I'm captain FPL, mate. Good captain. Kane or Trent Alexander-Arnold? Go for Kane. Jota for Zaha with -4. No, don't do that. Who do you have in goal? I'm not telling you. Kane or Son? Go for Kane. Donuts or pancakes? Probably donuts. Your content is so good, bruv. Thank you very much. Kane, Son, DCL captain. Go for Kane. Sofal or Rafinha? Go for Rafinha. Foden or Rafinha? I'll go for Rafinha. Is Dallas Berth bringing in? Yes, I do think he is. Transfer Messi in hope Forster starts. Yeah, I guess so. Pickford or Messi? I'll go for Pickford this game week. Best differential captain, probably Mahrez this game week. Bamford or Mahrez? I'll go for Mahrez. Arteta in or out? I'm currently in, but that might change. Son or Bale? Go for Son. No, go for Bale, sorry. Kane or Salah captain? I would go for Salah still. Son or Calvert-Lewin captain? I would go for Calvert-Lewin captain. Are you DCL or Lingard lookalike? I'm a bit of both, I would say. 100 points this game week? I don't think anyone's going to get 100 points this game week. It's a weird one. Antonio for Iheanacho? Yeah, I like that. Brown bread or white bread? I prefer white bread. Start Meslier or Forster? Start Meslier because Forster's not going to play anyway. I mean, you may as well stick Forster in, but he's not going to play. Captain DCL or Kane? Go for Kane. No, go for DCL actually. Edison or Meslier? Meslier at this point, I think. Son or Mane captain? Maybe go for Mane. That could be pretty spicy. Best FPL channel? Yes or yes? I guess yes, but no. Maradona or Pele? I prefer Maradona. That's vast. Thank you very much. Go for Rafinha or Rafinha. I'll go for Rafinha out of Rafinha or Rafinha. Should I bring in Bale, Lingard for a hit? No, though it depends who you're taking out. Got Gundogan. Hope he'll bang this game week. Good. Might say it for Bamford. Yeah, if you're taking out like Iheanacho, then go for it. Boreham Wood or Barnett? Boreham Wood. Send me that t-shirt. I can't send you it. I'll tell you where I got it from after the stream though. Sofal or Rafinha? Go for the Rafinha. Back to the attacker. Regulon or Digne -4. Go for Digne. Arsene Wenger, Spurs new manager? No way. Harrison? No, probably not. Go for Rafinha. Where are my messages going? I don't know. Probably to the Shadow Realm. Guaita or Johnston? Go for Johnston, maybe. I don't know. They're both terrible. Zaha or Lingard to play? Play Zaha. Martinez or Meslier? Martinez this game week. Absolutely killing it, dude. You're killing it. Thank you very much, Projay. Who is captain? Salah, Kane, DCL or Son? Go for Salah. And we're just about out of time, aren't we? I think. Yeah. Captain Salah or Jota? Salah. There you go. There's one more for you. As the time turns. There we go. Maybe I should turn off the... or turn down the... how many questions you're allowed to put in. This is the slow chat on. Maybe I should slow it down. Bounce Back Ability says away or home Tottenham shirt would you prefer to wear? Neither, because I'm finishing top 100k. There we go. Don't you fear Son and Kane? No. No. There's no point in living in fear, because if you play FPL living in fear, then you'll never make those gains. If you're like top of your league, of all your mini leagues, you're happy with your rank, then that's the time to be scared of players like Son and Kane and Bamford and whoever else. But when you're just trying to chase, then no, you can't live in fear, because you end up getting nowhere, really. You just kind of settle with what you got. I don't know. Nakul says, have you considered an alternative career as a rapper? Potentially. I mean, I'm open to it. Motaz says, I counted there was 113 questions. I don't believe that for a second. It was not that many. It was like, I don't know, 65, I think. Of course, there's 2 Arsenal yourself, Dan. Your channel's very good. We see the efforts and it's fun for us. Your success is proof. Yeah, well. Guys, well, you know, I just like making FPL videos. I like YouTube. I like making videos. And I just make the content that I would want to see. Because I am very much part of my own target audience, in the sense that I love YouTube and I love FPL. I've watched FPL content for like a little while, and I thought, okay, I'd like to see something like this. There's currently nothing out there like that, so why don't I just do it myself? Like, I have, you know, a bit of experience on YouTube anyway, so why not just try it out myself, you know? And that's what's happened. Ethan says, I hope Mahrez doesn't start. All my friends in our mini league have brought him in as a differential. It's not much of a differential then in your mini league. I captain Son as no one has him in the league. Yeah, fair enough. Go for a differential. Right, guys. Since the deadline has passed, we're going to do what we always do. And we're going to ask you guys to put in the chat, who have you captained for game week 36? So put in the chat right now, who did you captain in game week 36? And we'll kind of get a rough idea of how many people are captaining, who. Like, we'll get like a little bit of a poll going, a little bit of a, to see where everyone's head goes. So yeah, pop in the chat, one word only. Who have you captained? So we're starting off with a lot of DCLs and some Salahs. Oh, we're big on Salah. It's a few DCLs, you know. Yeah, okay. We are kind of all over the place. But we're mostly flipping between Salah and DCL, right? Interesting. But we're mostly on Salah, I think. Yeah, massively on Salah. Oh, Dan Cross is on Kane. Fair enough. Maybe a couple of people thinking about Mahrez or thought about Mahrez. Salah. Wow, okay. Well, that is not really surprising. A lot of people on Salah. Someone said Adina. That's an interesting shout, you know. DCL. Yeah, okay. So basically, everyone's captaining Salah or DCL. I think that's kind of what we've established here. That's fair enough. A few people throwing in some Edison and Carson jokes in there as well. So, fair enough. I don't think you captained either of them, though, did you? Wood? Ooh. Salah triple captain, says Vikram. Interesting. We have got a couple of Mahrez captains. We've got a couple of Mahrez captains. Good on you. Good on you for going for it. That's bold. I respect that. I massively respect the boldness of it, really. I mean, obviously I didn't do it. I went for Salah. Yeah, there we go. Got Bale there, Son, Trent. I can't believe someone tried to start a rumour that Trent had an ACL injury. As if we'd believe it. As if we believe that. Right, okay, guys. Shall we have a look and see, now that the stream is over? Well, the stream isn't over, but now the deadline is passed. Shall we have a little look and see what all this Athletic article, Sam Lee stuff is that, you know, because it seems to be a very hot topic right now. Everyone wants to talk about it, so fair enough. Let's do that. Let's have a look. We'll have a look and see what Sam Lee from The Athletic has said about... I mean, someone also said that it was confirmed on Instagram by Man City, but I don't see why Man City would leak their own team sheet. But we'll have a look on the Man City. There's nothing on the Insta. Unbelievable. Nothing on the Instagram. So that was a lie. See, this is why I'm so skeptical about rumours. Unless I hear it from someone I actually know, I won't believe it. Because it's usually just someone trolling or messed about. Right. Sam Lee. What is his at? Is it all one word? Sam Lee. Let's just do Sam space Lee. This is where I'm looking, right? Or am I looking on the Athletic website? It's not UK internet. I'll tell you what it is. It's it's this computer that I'm using. It's not even my laptop. It's my fiance's laptop because my one, the ports are broken, so I can't plug in multiple devices because it just fails. So yeah, and it's not even a bad laptop, but streaming it just takes up so much time. This is why I need to get a PC. It's not my internet. It's the fact that because my internet's actually really good here, far better than what's going to be in the future when I eventually move. Right, here he is, Manchester City correspondent for the Athletic UK. Let's see. So he's retweeted something about coronavirus. So what am I looking at here? So he's not tweeted it. Am I looking somewhere else? Did he maybe say it in a reply? If anyone knows. Jonathan Kay says you seem to be in a bad mood. I wouldn't say I'm in a bad mood. I will be in a bad mood if Edison isn't starting. No. Okay. Well, is it on the Athletic actual website? Because if so, I don't have membership. So we can't even go look at that. Guys, if any of you know where you saw this from Sam Lee, then yeah, I mean should we just do a search for Scott Carson and see what comes up? But this seems proper random. So Boona, which, you know, fair enough, that's a rumour, but then who's this? Via this person I've never heard of. I mean, maybe he's got ticks, so maybe he's something. Scott Carson could start for Man City tonight from Mike Minet, who is an award-winning journalist. Fair enough. But again, it's not someone I've really heard of. Football Intelligence. Yeah. But you know what? This is the problem. It only takes one or two people to say this, and then they start taking the news from each other, and then it looks like, oh, this is coming from loads of different sources, when actually maybe there's actually only been like a couple of little sources, and they've just kind of been a bit of a domino effect there. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Right, here you go. Mike Monet says, could be wrong, but I think it's news that will bring a big smile, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, could be wrong. And he's apparently one of the first sources or whatever. I don't know. There you go. If Scott Carson starts tonight, I'll pay for everyone who likes this £5. £5. And why Scott Carson, by the way? Why not Zach Steffen? Oh, yeah. It just seems random. I don't know. Could happen. It could happen, definitely. But yeah, I don't know. We'll stay on. We'll stay on for another. We only need to wait another 20 minutes, and we'll find out, won't we? Yeah, house move. Okay. The house move situation. Oh, that Boona was a troll. Oh, okay. Fair enough. The house move is coming along quite well, actually, and I think I don't want to jinx it again because twice 2 houses have fallen through months into us apparently moving. But the house move is looking pretty positive, to be honest. I hope we're going to actually arrange a move-in date as of Monday. Then I can move, which means I have more space to have a nice setup for YouTube and stuff. The only problem is the internet there is a lot worse than it is here. But for these streams, the internet isn't the problem. The problem is the computer. And the problem is I don't have room for a big computer. And I don't have... Well, I can't really justify spending money on a big computer, on a good computer, when I've got to save for the house move. That's kind of priority. But the house move is coming on well. I'm like I said, I don't want to talk about too much. Don't want to jinx it. When I do move, then yeah, we'll talk about it. Or when I'll post a picture somewhere of me standing outside the front door. That's the only time I'll confirm that I've moved, because so much has gone wrong. You know. Apparently, there's a Carson start confirmed on a live interview. Okay, where can I find the interview? Of course, maybe the rumours are for the bookies, trying to get better odds. Oh, that could be interesting. Yeah, Wesley says, does Carson starting mean Pep may start a younger team? Well, if Pep was going to start a younger team, Carson probably wouldn't be the first player on his list, would he? But I don't know, maybe. We'll find out in 18 minutes, and we're all going to... Oh, Ewan South, add it to the £5, add it to the PC fund, mate. Thank you so much, Ewan. I really, really do appreciate that. And I will add that to the PC fund as well. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Cheers, man. People saying Carson starts. Give me a source. Not some random person on Twitter I've never heard of. Show me the clip. I want to see. I will believe it when I see it. I'm not... It's just such a weird one that you want kind of hard proof on something like this. You know what? Some chairs are going to fly if Carson's started. Oh my God. Is Mahrez going to start, you think, Dan? Yeah, I think Mahrez is going to start, yeah. Well, I mean, we'll find out as well. That's going to be an interesting one. Carson is doing a pre-match interview. Well, but the pre-match interviews don't air for, like, a little while. Will they even be at the stadium yet? Right, Sambav says, as Scott Carson walked up to do his pre-match interviews tonight, Man City players shouted, "Go on, Scotty," via Mike Minay. So, now what we're saying, we had a look at Mike Minay, and he said literally like 7 minutes ago that he might be wrong. So... yeah, so basically, go on Scotty. That's the quote. And that means that Scott Carson is starting. Maybe he's on the bench. Has anyone considered that? City Extra on Twitter, that's a rumour source, not a news source. Maybe Carson is leaving, send-off game. Yeah, potentially, you know. Yeah, okay, I could see that. I could see that, but, like, it's just a bit of a weird one, you know. But I'm quite excited to find out, to be honest. It's added to the drama. And you know what? I love the drama of FPL. I love the drama. He tweeted again. He's now saying he's sure. Okay, let's go. Right. Let's find it. Confirmed by Mike Minay. Oh, wow. That is bizarre. Confirmed. Yeah. Is that... Okay. I'm willing to believe that, yeah, 90% chance that Carson plays, but... To me, go on Scotty. Does that mean that he's starting? I don't know. See, Johnson Hemingway says Scott Carson bench, but Stefan starts. That I would believe. That I would believe. Luke V says, "Are you regretting any transfers?" Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, if I knew about this a bit sooner, I wouldn't have brought in Edison. But how can you regret? You know, there's things like this. It's just it's so bizarre. Phil's just said if he's leaving, why would they give him a farewell start away from home with no fans? It's just random, you know. It's just so random. But I mean, if it happens, it happens. I've already made the transfer. It's not like I'm going to do anything. The team's locked in. So it's whatever. But no, we'll find out. So to be fair, if Carson is starting, and it looks like that is pretty much 90% sure now, I'm probably just going to laugh. How can I not? How can you not? Gotta laugh, guys. But it's fine, because Mahrez is the... No, you know what? If Mahrez doesn't start, then that would actually annoy me, because I am, like, huge on... That's a huge one for me, bringing in Mahrez. That is something I'm really hoping will do really well. Another season ruined by Pep Roulette. Oh, come on. No, that's a bit harsh. It's one thing. Hang on, don't put F's in the chat yet. We're not dead yet. Come on. We've still got a fighting chance of Edison starting. And even if it doesn't happen, it's not the end of the world. It's the Mahrez. If Mahrez isn't starting, then throw those F's in the chat, because that would be me truly in the mud. But there you go. Is there any other rumours? That's kind of what I want to know. I want to see if there's any Mahrez rumours flying about. Let's just type in Mahrez. Wait, so... Well, that is the real booner. Early reports come from sources that suggest that Scott Carson has been given the nod today. Aguero, Foden, Mahrez and Diaz starting from the bench. Oh, okay. So Aguero, Foden, Mahrez and Diaz all on the bench. That seems bizarre. For all of them to be on the bench. I would say that at least one of Foden and Mahrez would start. So I'm not watching this game if Mahrez isn't playing. Yeah, me too. I'm just not even... No, I'm not... If Mahrez isn't starting, I am not watching the game. I'll go on strike. Man, I tell you what, this wait for the deadline is dragging now. It's really dragging. Yusuf Film says confirmed. Riyad Mahrez starts in goal. Mike Monet, BBC. If Mahrez doesn't start, which Tottenham shirt do you want? Oh, Dan Squash is saying. Oh, right, he's saying that the tweet was a troll, right? Check FPL Rockstar. Yeah, he should have some stuff out in about 5 minutes. Rockstar. At least we'll get it a little bit early, and then we'll just wait and get the confirmation, and then we'll call it a day. And I'll just go cry under my bed. Oh, well, there you go. Whoa, okay. So, Scott Carson is playing, apparently. Diaz, Stones, Mahrez and Foden all rested. Oh, my God. I'm so in the mud. I'm so deep in the mud. This is terrible. Oh, my God. Well, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And I am dead by the sword. Oh my God. Oh, whatever. Damn it. That's so annoying. But wait, let's just wait till Man City tweet. There is always hope. There is always hope. To be fair, I mean, if Mahrez like comes off in the second half or something like that, then that's really not the end of the world, is it? But yeah, it does look it's fairly muddy in this room. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty muddy. I'm up to my, you can't see it, but everywhere below, like here, is just mud. There's just mud, and that I'm in. The annoying thing is that now, for the rest... No, you know what? I'll probably turn off Twitter, to be fair, because the rest of the evening is just going to be people saying, oh, by the way, guys, did you know that Edison and Mahrez aren't starting? And I'll have to say, yeah, I know. Ola Peda brought in Diaz. Damn. That's so annoying. Pep Guardiola, man. Pep Guardiola. See, yeah, now this is why I'm glad I didn't captain Mahrez, I suppose, at least. It looks like you also need money for a Spurs shirt. Well, no, come on now. I've got Salah captain. I've got Dina. I've got DCL. I've got Chris Wood. And by the way, Chris Wood is the other player. I know I said Mahrez and Chris Wood. They're the players I'm expecting to go ham this game week. Or for the next couple of game weeks. We've got Chris Wood. So I'm not... This is not going to bury me. Why do they all need a rest? I don't know. Got that image off your screen because, yeah, a bit crazy. Sophie Lopez now letting me know that Carson's starting. Thanks. You and South Rock's not going to roll last night, not over till it's over. That's what I'm saying to myself. But I mean, I think it's pretty much over. Yeah, I think it really is over. We will do confirmation and we'll do the Newcastle lineups as well. But yeah, imagine if Forster starts and gets a clean sheet. Oh my God! If Forster starts and gets a clean sheet, I will just be so happy. Nah, I'm not gonna pin my hopes on anything. Gregory Driver says, we were telling you, you're saying people don't talk when they don't know. Seems that they knew something. Well, no, because if you... And by the way, this happens every stream. People will put 100 different rumours in the chat and 90% of them are wrong. So, I obviously I said, guys, you know, take this on board. And like I said, you know, if I saw the way the rumours were going a little bit, or maybe I should have waited, I don't know. I don't know what I would have done though. Yeah, I don't know what I would have done, but yeah, you can't just listen to all rumours blindly, and I'll stand by that because you end up messing yourself up if you just listen to every rumour. Akeem Smith says, I think Pep himself wants to start. Yeah. Sophie says, how I stuck off the stops for 20 minutes, come back, and you're still having the same convo. Come on now, mate. I can't move it on. It's what the people want. We want to talk about Scott Carson and Mahrez being benched. Can you fill me on what's going on? Okay, right, let's fill you in. According to FPL Rockstar and many other sources, Raheem Sterling's starting, Scott Carson's starting, and Edison isn't starting, and Diaz, Stones, Mahrez, and Foden are all on the bench. Which I believe. That's kind of what's going on. We don't know the lineups for sure. I'll tell you. We'll show you the full lineups in 4 minutes when they come out on Twitter. There's no way there's no way I'm gonna wear that Spurs shirt. I don't need to. Edison is playing in midfield. Oh my god! You know what? What if Edison is starting like in midfield? Nah, never would happen. But I mean, I say it's never going to happen. I would never have said that Scott Carson was going to start today. But there you go. There you go. Of course, there's Salah injured. Some guy in the chip shop told me his name was also Most Sal. Illuminati confirmed. There you go. Always hold your transfers. What do you mean always hold your transfers? I didn't make them till today. But thanks, Dave. I appreciate the support. Lineups aren't out yet. I know, but these rooms are pretty trustworthy. Dude, you messed up. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Like, how far do you go with Pep Guardiola? Can you really mess up? Well, I mean, yeah, you can, but like, it happens with Man City. Sometimes it happens. You can't just blame yourself all the time. And like I was saying this whole time, I wanted to take some risks. I wanted to take some gambles. I told you guys that, you know, if you don't want to take some gambles, don't follow what I'm doing. So it's whatever. Tyler Bradley says, goalkeepers only need one match to get a Premier League medal, so Pep's just giving Scott his medal down. Ah, you see, that I can believe. That I can believe. Now, that does make sense. It's still a little bit weird. Still going on about the Spurs shirt, I see. Will Mahrez come on? Maybe. Why would you bring in Man City? Because they won't have game time between now and the end of the season. I've explained this so many times. So, yeah. It's whatever. It is annoying, obviously. Five guarantees won, but I learned today that the squad gets 40 medals, so if there's an extra, other players can get them. Ah, is that how it works? Chin up, Dan. Chin up, champ. 2 more. This game week hasn't even started yet. Oh, I'm still gonna stay in the top 100k. Right, 1 minute to go. We'll get the confirmation, and then I'm going because the chat is getting a bit. Just staying because I want to see a reaction. Yeah. Yeah, the chat is getting a bit angry, abusive. I don't know. Yeah, it is a bit. Yeah. Okay, yeah. In fact, I'm tempted to... I mean, I already know what the lineup is, so I'm tempted to just end the stream now. But regardless, I hope you guys did enjoy the stream. I'm going to go to the FPL. If I just go on my notifications, FPL should tweet it. I'll get the notification. And... we got Newcastle. That's not really what we're after, but there it is. Scott Carson starts, though. That is a fact. Alright, we're not really interested in Newcastle. Let's just get this Man City out the way. Maybe some of you were interested in Newcastle, but yeah, we kind of expected that. Come on, load. Alright, so go on there. And yeah, there you go. Carson starts. Edison not even in the squad. Mahrez on the bench. Diaz on the bench. Stones on the bench. Oh, that is a brutal. You know, Gundogan. That is a brutal rotation. Gundogan's starting though, so some people will be very, very pleased about that one. But let's have a quick look at Newcastle as well, if there's anything interesting, because I didn't have a proper look, to be fair. No, it's pretty much the same team they're playing every week, other than obviously Joelinton in for Wilson. Right, well, there you have it. Frustrating, but it's one of those things. Pep Guardiola is Pep Guardiola. It is what it is. But no, we've still got some other transfers that I'm feeling pretty confident about. Mahrez can maybe come on, do something. You never know. Luke V, thank you very much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. That is, yeah, that is a bit of a brutal one. But these things happen. Right, I'll put some stuff. Yeah, gonna own this. Yeah, gonna tweet some banter at myself. I think may as well be self-aware about this one. Damn. Shane's just let me know that Carson's starting. Cheers. Right, now we are going to end this. Thanks, guys, for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I didn't. Oh, I mean, it's Mahrez that's done me, I think. Because I was really looking forward to seeing what he could do against Newcastle, but whatever. Guys, if you wouldn't mind liking the stream, subscribing if you're new around here, and I will see you on, actually, Sunday. I'm actually possibly going to be doing a buy, sell, keep, avoid video on Sunday. So that could be interesting. So guys, I'll see you then. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. See you later, mates. Bye-bye.